Hey, what's up everybody? This is Tony with Lido Loca, and this is my ship tour of Royal Caribbean's Spectrum of the Seas. Guided ship tour. I'm going to take you from my cabin all the way around the whole cruise ship, show you all the decks, all the cool things. So get some popcorn, buckle up. I've got my walking shoes on. Time to show you the Spectrum of the Seas. All right, so it begins here in the cabin. This is cabin 6652, a solo balcony on Royal Caribbean's Spectrum of the Seas. And look, I did pretty good. I lived in it all week. It looks pretty clean. If you want to see a full tour, hey, what's up? If you want to see a full tour of this cabin, I will leave a link to that video above and in the description below. I cover all the fun stuff. Gotta grab the card. So I'm on deck 6. Try to do a deck by deck tour for you. So that means we got to get out of here and we got to go low. All right, so we begin our tour here at the Royal Theater, and let me show you some of the inside of the theater. This has been a great place where we've watched shows all week. Lots of good seating, lots of good shows, and it's 2 stories, so it's on deck 4 and on deck 5 here in the forward of the Spectrum of the Seas. So we will make our way out of the Royal Theater and start walking through on deck 4. A lot of great photo opportunities here on the cruise ship. And right at the beginning of deck 4, there's a decent amount of shopping. So this is Beauty Avenue, cosmetics. There's no shortage of shopping here on the cruise ship. The collection is handbags, designer handbags. And this is Music Hall, which I believe they're having a private event. But yeah, Music Hall is kind of an entertainment venue where they have music. And I believe they're having a celebration for the Chinese, possibly for the company. Private event, but 2-story. They have good music here. Music hall. We've actually met in the music hall several days for our excursions. This is the shop. So that's the Royal Caribbean shop. Unfortunately, they did not have a ship magnet, but ship models and t-shirts and apparel, all things royal. And one of my favorite spots on the cruise ship is the Leaf and Bean. That is the coffee and tea shop. I'll walk through there. Always bustling with people getting their caffeine on. A good spot to work. The Leaf and Bean. And I'll show you the last couple shops that are here on 4. Regalia, watches. And the shopping spills right out into the Royal Esplanade. It's more of the watch shop. People continuously, sales, lots of different things to buy here. And of course, on the last day of the cruise, all kinds of deals. This is called La Pastière. It's a pastry shop. They have ice cream, all kinds of snacks. Another spot that you can get coffee. And then they have a little pharmacy on board with a variety of things that you can pick up. Most of these things are medicinal, and most of them are geared toward the Asian market. So a little onboard pharmacy, which is a little different than just a traditional sundry shop, which is kind of interesting. This spot is called the Star Moment. They do a lot of things. So they have games here, but this is also where they have Chinese karaoke. So in the evening, it's usually happening right there in that corner area with Chinese karaoke. And so this is kind of the major atrium area here. The Royal Esplanade, it's very similar to the Royal Promenade on Oasis class ships, if you've been on a Royal Oasis class. The only thing that's a challenge here is most of the free space is taken up with these shopping islands, which is a little challenging. Port Merchant is the duty-free shop. They have liquors and chocolate and a variety of things in there. And then one of our specialty restaurants is Szechuan Red. And that's focused primarily on Asian cuisine. And we will be trying that at the time of filming here. We haven't had that dinner, but that is later on today. Really kind of cool looking restaurant. Szechuan Red. Again, the shopping is in full effect. So as we continue to make our way, deck 4, there's a ATM. And of course, a popular spot here on any cruise, guest services. Been busy all week. Give you a little peek down on deck 3 is the casino, which it's been open most of the week, so I can't necessarily go down there, but here's a few shots that I could get of the casino. Personally, I haven't used the casino at all. I usually only gamble when my wife Jenny is on a cruise with me, and she wasn't on this one, so really not much, no gambling for me. So you have 2 elevator banks of 4. So 8 elevators here in the midship, servicing everything. This is the main dining room. It's a very, very beautiful room. See if we can go in.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is a further reminder to all guests that passports are being distributed.
They have this cool digital display. There's a lot of technology on the ship, but this is super amazing. It's just a wall that's been digitized. It's all set up for dinner. 2-story dining room, deck 3 and deck 4. The focal point is really the centerpiece here that extends even up into deck 5. Just a beautiful room. And then more of the digital wall. I only had the main dining room once during lunch, and it was good. The interesting thing about being a solo traveler is unless you really hook up with somebody, you're either going to sit by yourself, which is what I did for lunch. And so other options like the buffet, and of course I've been doing specialty dining with my friend Don, who's traveling at the same time, makes it a more reasonable option. So we'll move on up to deck 5. We've got the internet cafe, the internet help here. If you have any trouble with your internet, this is where you could come for help, and that's kind of the backside of guest services. Let me just say the internet's been outstanding on this cruise ship. It's really an exciting proposition when you can go on a cruise and have good connectivity, and at least for me, like, I have to get stuff done, so super helpful. So we're kind of mid-ship on deck 5. The dining room takes up such a large part going to the aft on deck 4 that on deck 5 there's a lot of other stuff going on. And we've wandered into the traveling pianist. You never know where this guy's going to show up. He's getting it done. More restaurants here. It's a specialty dining. Jamie Oliver, Italian. Really nice theming here. Across the way, the Bulgari jewelry shop. There's another look at that piece from the main dining room. Very cool. And then they have a wine bar here called Vintages. Tiffany & Company. But it's a very open design. Again, it's a little more narrow than an Oasis class ship, and they do put a lot in the middle around shopping. But you can see all the way through, which is very cool. So I'm taking you back to the aft of the ship to an area called 270, which is really it's really kind of their high-end technology observation show area. And there's all kinds of super comfortable chairs, plenty of spots to sit and relax. The next cruise desk is good here. They have a lot of specials going on. This place has been hopping. And before you get to the room 270, you get to Cafe 270, which is a grab-and-go cafe that's open for the majority of the day. They have breakfast and lunch all the way up to 5 p.m. And they have a variety of things. They have a variety of salads. They have a roast beef sandwich, which is awesome. Getting a lot of grab-and-go options. They have a sweet counter so you can come and get pastries in the middle of the day. And also another place where you could get like included drinks like water and juice, coffee, milk. This place is great though. The salads are really good. The sandwiches are good. This is the place to get lox and bagels for breakfast. That's the 270 Cafe. And we'll quickly go upstairs. So a lot of times people will grab stuff at the 270 Cafe and then they'll eat in this area. There's a couple spots on this cruise ship where they really said, look, let's not just use the room for one thing and make it multifunctional. And they pulled that off really well. The 270 is one of them. So this serves as kind of a seating area for people to eat at from the 270 Cafe. And it's a great place to sit and watch the wake on the ship, the aft on the ship. And then this whole thing transforms into a really nice theater at night where the floors raise and lower. Make sure you check out our vlogs. I saw a show here called Silk Road, and the technology is just pretty amazing. A lot of nice seating. And they do have a conference room here, which I think is open to the public. Just a nice big table to work at. Have a little library area. And then kind of a larger conference room. It looks like they're doing Sudoku here, like games. It's a big conference room. It's really nice. Hi. but a great room. Of course, I have a bar over there. You're always gonna find people just chilling out here, sitting in comfortable seats. I'll walk down there and show you next to the water. Hi. Thank you. You have a boardroom too, so I'm not really sure what that is. The boardroom. Interesting. Maybe like another meeting space. So the interesting thing is there's no art gallery per se on this ship, but the walls are lined with some really great art. So I kind of like it like that. It feels more functional that way. So again, a lot of great places to just sit and relax. Real kind of usable, functional spots where you can overlook the water. And what's super impressive is that at night, the glass walls here, they all become digital screens. Again, you gotta watch that vlog with the Silk Road, and once it's up, I'll link it in the description here, because this whole area is transformed. Trampolines, and folks come out of the ceiling. If you look at these little openings, folks come out of the ceiling. But you got these seats right here that overlook the water. Really nice. I give you one more look. Like, you can see the separation in the floor. These platforms raised the height and above to make an elevated stage. Super, super cool. So many people booking future cruises. Does a heart good. I will show you this. They have smoking is such a culture in Asia. They do create some space where people can smoke, and it's not like yucky. So it's very, very nice smoking area. Shaded, comfortable chairs. So if you are a smoker, you have to go to Asia for it to be comfortable. No, but they do a nice job with the smoking here. If that is something that you are into. We're gonna duck back into deck 5. I'll show you the rest of deck 5. It's pretty calm. The last time we were in the East China Sea, it was typhoon weather, so pretty happy with this outcome. So we've jumped back on deck 5, just past the elevator banks. And we will make our way back into the Royal Esplanade. So a specialty restaurant we did not try on this cruise that's very highly regarded is Wonderland, with a really interesting menu. Wonderland Dagong. And of course it's got the cool theming. a quick look. It's all themed after Alice in Wonderland. Very cool. Have to get that one on a future cruise. Across the way you have the Bionic Bar. And as you walk past Wonderland, you go into another specialty restaurant, the sushi bar, Azumi Sushi. Now, I actually had sushi in Japan proper, so no sushi for me on the cruise ship. But from what I understand, the sushi is good here. Azumi Sushi. Real nice space. Traditional sushi bar. The koi theming is very cool. I haven't actually seen the Bionic Bar in action yet. Might have to order a drink myself, but basically it's robots who will mix a drink for you. It's kind of funny, there's a significant amount of robots used in the Silk Road show, and in a very spectacular way. And so I feel like these robots get the short end of the stick because they don't really do anything other than mix drinks. But hopefully we'll be able to see them in operation, possibly, before the cruise. Be on the lookout for the vlogs for that. And making the loop back around almost directly across from Wonderland is the shore excursion desk. Can come get help with your shore excursions. All right. Keep making our way down deck 5. Just to show you, still shopping.
亲爱的宾客朋友们，大家下午好！欢迎大家来到4楼传说的皇家广场。那么今天下午4点钟呢，我们的终极大奖就要开始抽奖了。如果有红色奖券的朋友们，请大家尽快到 The Regatta 精品珠宝店。
So the majority of the action, at least inside the ship, they happen on decks 4 and 5. Again, the casino's on deck 3, and part of the dining room is on deck 3, but other than that, most everything happens on deck 4 and 5.
Okay, 第二个是谁？孙杨加一花。
So we're now making our way into the Schooner Bar, which is the piano bar.
很多人都猜好了吗
Again, they multi-purpose this piano bar at night, and then they will have
第
games
三个，
during the day.
第三个胡歌加一分。哈哈哈。
Focus is the photo gallery. You
OK，
can get
是
your
不是都猜
pictures
对了
that you've
这
had
样子？
taken on the ship.
哎，各位给我点反应好不好 ？Yes，第5个杨幂 ，OK， 这两个都是比较明
And this is
显。
Chop's Grill,
第6个
another specialty
姚
dining that we
明
did
加
on
一
the
分，
cruise.
呜呼！第7个。
Good meal.
1号你们写谁？不对，2号写谁？不对，3号写谁？
Once you pass through the Schooner Bar, you're back at the Royal Theatre.
那现在写上马油光。
The Royal Theatre. All right, we're going to jump on an elevator and we're going to go explore some of the top decks. But that's basically it. I mean, you've seen everything on the inside for the most part. And those are on deck. Let's look at the map real quick. So yeah, we've seen the casino on deck 3. We've seen everything on deck 4. And now deck 5. And we will make our way up to deck 13. So we'll be back with you on deck 13.